Prepare to be illuminated.
Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be talking through how to build a deck for Mortarion the Reaper. Now, before I even start, the one thing I do want to get out of the way is that I did not design this deck myself. I have to give credit to a veteran player of the game, Orthonall. He's actually the guy who also designed the Shadrach Medusan deck, which I posted a couple videos ago. But Orthonall had been playing around with Mortarion after the balance pass on him, and came up with this deck, which at first glance felt like it's all over the place, but just works really well, and I'm going to talk you through that. One thing you might notice, by the way, is my Mortarion looks different to yours. I had bought the alternate art for Mortarion, which was a limited edition. It comes with different art and voice chat lines, but functionally he's exactly the same as the standard Mortarion, so in-game there's no difference. Alright, so let's first start by just looking at Mortarion's special ability here. You spend 2 energy and you stun an enemy, or you spend 2 energy and you remove stun and poison from a friendly troop. The first one of these is the ability which is actually the most useful. You can stun anyone on the board, including the enemy Warlord, and that's what sets Mortarion apart from Armilius Dynat of the Alpha Legion, who's one of their warlords who can also stun an enemy and deal damage simultaneously, except he cannot do anything to the enemy warlord. Mortarion can stun anything on the board. The second ability is used much more rarely. I think I've used it 1 or 2 times, but really we have Mortarion for the stuns. Alright, now in the past, before the balance pass on the Death Guard and Mortarion, there used to be 2 theories about how you would build him. The first theory was that Mortarion has an incredibly powerful Whisper of Chaos. Oops, let me go over to his Whisper of Chaos down here. So Mortarion's Whisper of Chaos is turns him into Daemon Prince Mortarion. Now this Daemon Prince Mortarion was never changed in the balance pass. He's just always strong. He has 3 attack, but he can heal himself for 4 every turn. That's the most powerful self-heal in the game. And he's poisonous, so every unit which attacked him, apart from enemy warlords, will die at the end of its turn. So that was a super powerful ability. So what a lot of people would try and do was build their Mortarion to try and take advantage of that ability. Alright, let's go and restart building this. The problem which you had with that is Mortarion's old Whisper required poisoning. The poisoning mechanic was a bit messy in that there weren't that many ways to apply poison, and your deck would sort of cripple itself in the hope that you would be able to turn into Daemon Prince Mortarion, which took way too long. Alright, the other way you could build Mortarion back then was you just took advantage of the fact that Death Guard had a really strong card pool, and Mortarion had 40 health and could stun things. So it would just be a case of either become a demon or use a Death Guard ability. Now, this deck which I'm going to show you is actually not choosing to compromise between the 2. It does make heavy use of poison, but that's in order to mostly kill the enemy units, not as a primary way of transforming Mortarion into the demon. If you turn into Demon Mortarion, that's just the icing on top. In most games I play, that just doesn't happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and start building this thing. As I said, we're going to be using a lot of poison in here. In fact, there's almost, I counted it, there are 10 cards in this deck which have poison effects. The first we're going to put in is Chem Munition. So this one's sort of handy. It buffs troops a little bit. I mean, honestly, the buff is not worth 2 energy, but it does give poisonous, which allows them to guarantee an enemy will die. So we're going to throw in 2 Chem Munitions over here. The next poison ability is Phosphex Bomb. So this card will poison an enemy troop and also allow you to draw cards. It helps you to go through your deck. This one is really important in this deck because when the enemy warlord throws out some of his powerful strong units, we're going to use a Phosphex Bomb and then stun it with Mortarion. So for 5 energy, cancel out any powerful unit which goes out there. So both Phosphex bombs go in there. Next up is Executors. These guys are actually pretty bad if you're not planning on poisoning. But again, with Mortarion's ability, the fact that we can stun a unit after we poison it and stop it from acting means that these guys become helpful. So 2 of those go in. Alright, next up is Death Cloud. This one poisons all troops in play, including yours, and so part of what we plan to do is get in a position where we have lots of troops on the board between us and the enemy, and then throw a Death Cloud out, which will, yes, it will kill all of my guys, but it will also lower the cost of my Whispers, and then I can turn into Demon Mortarion. So 2 Death Clouds go in there. And the final one is Osgard Squad. These guys have actually become really handy since the balance pass. Before the balance pass, they would just be like Durak-Ras. They would do damage to a damaged unit, to a unit if it was already damaged. Now, when you put them in play, you can poison an enemy. So if you drop them later in the game, like in the 6th turn when you have 7 energy, you can drop these guys, poison a unit, and then use Mortarion to stun that unit so it dies at the end of the enemy turn. So these guys go in. So that's 10 cards, all of them related to poison. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go through the rest of the deck from the cheapest to most expensive and fill in the remaining cards. So we're going to start with the 2 energy Ambassador Melgator, a key common part of many decks. He's just incredibly useful because of his rally ability. He can just remove obstacles in your way. Or, if an enemy unit has been heavily buffed, he can just pop it back into the enemy hand and remove those buffs. Alright, next up is going to be 2 Abandoned Supplies. We're going to have these mostly in the hope that they come up early in the game, because in the later part of the game, if we can discount the cost of the units we're playing by 2, that frees up 2 energy for Mortarion Stun to kick in. So 2 Abandoned Supplies got dropped in there. Next up is coming back to the Death Guard, Blight Grenades. So this is a potential mass damage card. You'll usually want to use this when you can damage both the enemy Warlord as well as both an enemy troop as well as the Warlord. Occasionally Blight Grenade can be used as well when you just have to do a tiny bit more damage to finish off the enemy. Alright. Next up is Zagart Squad, where they've gone. They are in the 3 energy area. These guys are just great. For 3 energy, they can often become a 4 damage, 4 health unit, and that's worth every bit of it. So we're going to throw that in there. Okay, with Zagart Squad done, we're up to our 2nd legendary, Captain Yu-Gi-Oh! So he's there for healing your Warlord. You're not really going to attack with him, you're just going to drop him and try and make sure things die. A neat little combo, by the way, is if you have lots of units of your own on the board, you can drop a Death Cloud to poison them, then play Yu-Gi-Oh! And when all your units die, you'll collect a ton of healing. Alright, so that's Captain Yu-Gi-Oh! In. Next up, Jubak Starsight, the Imperial Army Astropath. He's just useful. Let's take a look at what's in the enemy deck and play those cards against him. So, Jubak goes in there. Next up is going to be, at 5 energy, First Wave. So this is a tactic which drops in 3 Meldon Squads. Meldon Squads have stats of 1 attack, 4 health. They normally cost 1 energy. This is 3 of them for 5 energy. What you're basically paying for is the fact that it takes up 1 card in your deck and not 3. And you can just potentially draw and play all 3 of them then at once. So 2 First Waves go in there. Next, Purity of Will. This is another healing card, mostly. In theory, late game, you could also play this right after you've poisoned all of your own guys with a Death Cloud in order to undo that. So it can have multiple effects. But mostly it's got a decent amount of health, it sticks around, it can look a bit threatening, and you can actually buff it with chem munitions too. Okay, with Purity of Will in, the next is the where the magic really begins at 6 energy, Endurance. Endurance is a great card. It must be in every single Death Guard deck, and this one is no different. We're also adding in a couple of other 6 energy cards. So the old classic Ornithop's Barge goes in. Again, part of this is to try and generate units, potentially either to defend myself or to poison with a Death Cloud so I can turn into Demon Mortarion. And then also coming in at 6 energy from the Imperial area is Mount Pharos. So this compensates a little bit for the lack of troops in my deck. There's going to be 15 troops, but most importantly, Mount Pharos gives you more troops and makes them cheaper, and they're Astartes Space Marine troops, so they're on the stronger side anyway. So it's a great card to have. It's been a key part in many of my wins. Alright, we've got 3 cards left to put in, and we're going up all the way to 8 energy for these. 2 of these are coming from the Death Guard themselves. One is going to be Halden Tau, and the other is going to be Death Shroud. I used to always put 2 Death Shrouds in my deck, and it took me a long time to realize that that was kind of pointless, because there's too many times when I end up with both of them in my hand. And what I can do in that type of situation here is drop Halden Tau first, let the enemy waste some energy beating against him, and then follow up with Death Shroud. Oops, not 2 Halden Taus, we're putting a Death Shroud in there. And the final card is coming from the Chaos area, Rhea the Seducer. The main thing for this one does is it helps you really finish off some of those warlords like Angron and a few of the others who really push hard on the attack. It's also very demoralizing for the enemy to face that, so we're going to put that in there. Okay, so with that, we've seen the decks. Let me just go and show you what it ends up looking like. So here's the deck in all of its glory. And so let's take this into battle. Now, depending on which enemy I face, I may or may not try to go into full stun mode all the way. It sort of depends. Okay, now against an Angron, I definitely will be going full stun mode. Alright, so, ooh, Harbinger, this guy is good. Okay, some of these cards look a little bit too expensive. Tactics Angron is probably not going to have too many units out there for me to poison. Yu-Gi-Oh! Always helpful. So let's kick this off.
My unbroken blades, advance!
Charge!
I like the dialogue lines of this Mortarion more. Alright, let's go ahead and start stunning. And say something.
Face your final justice.
Okay. What is Angron gonna come back with over here? 6 speeders? That's fine. Let's get them out of play early. I'm gonna keep stunning him for a bit here. I'm trying to build up to see some of my more powerful cards come out. That's fine. I've got lots of healing in my deck. I can take this. Ornithop's Barge will be kind of useless here. Let's go ahead and stun him again. Alright, next turn is where I can start dropping some units down. Let's start with... just put you back down. This could get interesting. Ooh, sweeping advance. It's getting very interesting there. Wow, he really wants to take out Jubak. Interesting. Alright. Let's stun him first. And what do I play here? You know what, let's drop Executors. I can buff them with Sweeping Advance to make them more useful. In the next turn, I think Oskar's squad is coming. Yeah, there we go, Sweeping Advance. I need to do that. That's fine. What's he drop? Alright. That's cool. So now, let's poison him. We will also stun him. And to make sure he doesn't try and go for me again, as a defensive move, I'm going to drop Utiot. That's a bit of a risk. Maybe I should have held on, but oh well. Yeah. Fair enough. Ooh. That does help me there. That's fine. Okay. This is time for... Stun him and drop the barge. Interesting, that means he didn't have no survivors in his hand. Manifest Destiny. Okay. Next up is going to be stunning him. Let's see, what do I do here? I could play... You know what, no. Let's... Oops, not that. What am I doing? Let's go ahead and drop Osgard's squad. And that's it, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what he brings up. I'm hoping that he'll drop something and I can do a lot of damage with endurance here. Conqueror, he's killing everything. Fair enough, buddy. Okay, 10 energy. Now things get fun. Let's bring in Rhea the Seducer to try and bait out his other Conqueror, if he has it. Nice. Ooh. I have a fan. He hasn't thought through this. I've got Purity of Will, which removes poison. Alright, let's do this. So, I'm going to... how do I do this? Purity of Will on that. Unfortunately, I can't stun him. Oh well. That's fine. Let's see what happens now. I think he's already used 2 of his cards which ping for 1 damage. That is fine. How long till my whispers kick in? Still a bit too long, so let's go ahead and stun him again. I will... Yeah, I have an idea here. Use endurance now. And drop the blight grenade over here. Okay, done. I should have attacked with those guys first. I'm not going to attack him while he's on 3. Okay, there's his thing. what? Let's do this. There we go. And I have to stun him again. Let's see what else he does. Oh, right, he flipped it back over to me. Interesting move. Okay, let's give that sweeping advance to that. Oh, can't do that yet, never mind. Oopsie. Let's stun him. Bring in the executioners. And that's it, I guess. There, I was waiting for this card to come up. That's fine. I need to get more units on the board so I can poison them. Okay, let's see. Purity of will. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this then. I will... Wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind. I need to... Okay, you know what? Let's do this. A little bit of a risk. But... I did not stun him this turn. But I lowered the cost of my whispers. Oh, he's got a no survivors coming up. There we go. If it doesn't get Mark of Tizinch, I can... Oh, it did. Damn it. Oh well. Ooh, nice. Mount Fabius. Perfect. Although he's gonna poison it now. Well, let's see. He's gonna poison Mount Fabius. I'm gonna have to use my unstunning to unpoison it. Oh no, he went for me. That's a bit of a silly move. He should have gone for Mount Fabius. Alright. Now it begins. Bandit supplies. Let's see what comes out. Ah, there's my first wave. Okay. Using his own abandoned supplies. For me, fair enough. Another first wave. Ooh, serious squad. Let's take a look here. I can do a death cloud and then unstun my defensive guy or Mount Fabius. I'm going to have to go with my defensive guy, I guess. Yeah, let's do this. Or you know what? No.
I didn't see that coming.
There we go. Let's just do that. And now attack him with everyone before they all die. That in. Ooh, nice. Held a cow. Perfect. Okay. There's his armor of Mars coming. I'm gonna stun him one more time and then turn into Demon Mortarion, I think. go.
I want to endure.
There we go. Demon Mortarion. Let's see how this goes now. He's going in for another Armor of Mars. Alright, let's bring in Zagar's Squad. And I'll bring in Osgard's Squad, maybe. And heal myself. Okay, that got his breach out the way. Heals himself, that's cool. Alright, now let's bring in Halden Tau. Heal myself again. Whack him. Okay, this is going well-ish right now. I've got a clear health advantage over him. There's the attack. What else is he doing? The Conqueror, of course. He's got one card left. That's probably his Armor of Mars. Okay. But he's used both of his Conquerors now. How many cards do I have? I've got 4 cards left. Phosphex Bombs will force me to draw a card though. There we go. Armor of Mars. Okay. Ooh, chem munition. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and put the chem munition on these guys. Attack and heal myself. It's gonna come down to seeing who can outlast being decked. Okay, let's keep going. 1 damage. He's gonna Armor of Mars again, and then attack. There we go. Goes to his deck, he draws the card. Abandoned supplies, great. What's hiding in there? Oh, it's gonna be my Death Shroud. Yes, that's the guy I'm looking for. Alright, time for him to come out and earn his money.
Welcome to the end.
There we go. 2 damage to him.
That was inevitable.
His Armor of Mars. Okay. Ooh, chem munitions. That's actually perfect for these guys right now. Heal myself. Gotta keep my health high because this decking damage is gonna get brutal. I'm gonna hold on to Blight Grenade for now. There's no point. He's also gonna turn into his demon form at this rate. Oh, he's trying to hold off against that. Alright, and now I think this is where I win.
Take no survivors.
Wow, so that was a bit of a long game, but you can just see there how it just really held Angron in control. And even with his Armor of Mars constantly healing, in the long game, it just ended up winning that match. Alright, we're going to go ahead and try and do another game over here. Let's go in first. Okay, we are matched. We're up against Fabius Bile. Alright. MRCS. Okay, well, unfortunately I didn't get to go first. The light grenade's an okay card early on, the other two are a little too...
My unbroken blades!
Okay,
Advance!
let's see.
I can help you achieve perfection.
Let's see. He puts out this here scouts. I'm gonna hope he doesn't buff them too much. So Fabius Biles like to keep Mr. Scouts in hiding until they've been buffed up with high attack and bloodlust. Let's see, I think I'm going to have to let this one go by. It's too dangerous to let Chewbacca keep stealing cards out of my hand. Unfortunately means he'll be able to get one buff off at least on Mr. Scouts, but it is what it is. Alright, the bikes are out. Okay. Just keep the pressure on. Let's do that. There we go. If he buffs the Nisar Scouts, he'll have only 3 energy left. Let's make sure he stays stuck. We'll drop the big art squad next. I just need to keep Fabius Bile stunned until I get my endurance out. So much for that. There we go, there's endurance. Come on. Mr. Scout was a dangerous unit because it had that sneak attack, so after all the buffs, it would just keep on living every time it attacked. It gave them a buff right now. But what if I use Purity of Will? I can stun one thing, you know. And I'm gonna have to attack them. Otherwise, if they survive, he'll buff them. Okay, that's fine. I'm at 25 health. I've only lost. Actually, I haven't lost any of my healing cards. Well, I've used 2 of my healing cards, I guess. Haha, this is the ideal one to bring out now. There we go. No matter how much he kills it, it just keeps coming back. Oh no, he's got a jam. Nice. So now when he kills it, it does not keep coming back. Which gives me an opportunity for Orthonnall Barge, followed by stunning there. No buffing. That's a good card. could kill it by attacking it directly. It went for me. What's his card? Oh goodness, nice. That's a good move here. What's he getting to play? Stunning himself. Nice. Alright, let's get a stun right back on him now. Let's put down... No, I don't want to use the Seducer yet. Let's poison him. Let's get Yu-Gi-Oh out. And let's give Yu-Gi-Oh some extra health. Okay, so that's, I think, both of his unstunning units deployed. So it should work better for me now. Okay, let's see what I do here. Okay, so I definitely have to stun him. And then now I could bring in Mia. Or yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Make sure he dies. There we go. Just want to make sure there's no buffs which immediately act on him next turn. Invisible unit. Let's make sure we stun him. Then we can attack him. They abandon supplies. Ooh, first wave. That'll be great next turn. Okay. I should have played chem munition before I attacked him. Okay, my turn. So now I will play chem munition on him. And let's bring in first wave to protect him. Alright. That's fine. Should be fine, hopefully. Depends what this invisible guy does now. With the frontline units I have, it should offset any weird buffs he does. Yeah, 4/4, that's fine. That's easy to deal with. Ooh, Death Cloud. That now. Death Cloud and then make Rhea survive, I think Okay. Actually, that was silly of me. I'm gonna use Rhea now. He's gonna buff one of these guys and then attack. Yep, Bloodthirsty and Unbreakable Focus. Alright, that's fine. I've got more coming. Alright, let's stun him. Drop Zagart Squad. And drop the... let's go with the Astartes Squad now. That should give enough to finish him soon.
This was...
Yep, he gave up. There we go. Alright. That's the next win. Let's see if I can get one more win posted up. Ooh, that's my daily missions done. I was fighting against a lot of bots. I'll deal with that later. Okay. Alright, match number 3, we will be matched against a Garro. Alright, let's see who this Garro is. It's Ragnar. Alright, so against Garro, I'm pretty much have the same strategy. I've got to keep him stunned to stop the crazy combos going on until my late game units can take over. I think this is almost as good as it's gonna get. Actually, let's put away Death Cloud for now. We'll put away First Wave. I'll save First Wave for later. Oh, First Wave really wants to come.
My unbroken blades, advance!
I am a legion.
I can see from
of
the
one.
card back, this guy had also bought this Mortarion card for me. Really? He didn't attack me? That felt a bit silly. Let's go and get this started.
Face your final justice.
Yeah, 5 points of damage. 3 from the attack, and 2 from me. Another one. Wow, great. That's fine, let's just keep this going. No combos for you. There, another 5 points of damage. What else is he playing? Next turn I'll be stunning him and doing abandoned supplies. Oh, look at these guys. That's irritating. Okay, let's go with the stun. And the abandoned supplies. Ooh, Light Grenade. Perfect. That's what I needed next turn. He's going to do 5 damage to me, but then I can use Light Grenade to kill that guy. Okay. And he's abandoning supplies. He'll probably drop another troop with that right now. Oh, no, he didn't. Alright, let's go and get this started. Actually, I'm not going to use executors right now. I'm going to first of all use the Blight Grenade to get rid of that thing. Then I'll drop Zagart Squad for that extra buff they get now. This is looking more promising. He'll probably bring his own Zagart Squad in now. 5 cards in hand. The number of cards he's played already, he must have one going. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Blight Grenade, of course. Alright, what do I do next? Ooh, okay, so I guess this is where I bring my executors in, and I stun him again. Next turn I can bring First Wave in. What on earth is he holding on for? So, First Wave. And stun him. Cards in hand. What's he waiting to do? Really? He's just handing that back to me. Okay, I kind of want to bring Mount Pharos in. I could start poisoning stuff. You know what, let's do Mount Pharos for now. Let's stun him. Attack with the executors. He's probably got a endurance coming along. That's fine. If he uses it now, that's he won't get much else done in his turn. And he won't kill Mount Pharos. There we go. Endurance. He wipes my wall. That's it. Cool. Alright, nice. Halden Tal is getting ready to come. What's his thing? If you have no other troops, gain front line. Well, first let's stun him so I don't make that mistake. And let's drop another executors. And the Geasalt Terminators. Next turn I'll drop Halden Tau.
My patience grows short.
Okay, this is what endurance was made for.
What are you waiting for?
Light grenade. Ah, that sucks. Alright. Ooh, nice. Stun him. And endurance will cost 6. Yep, so I can do this. Give him the chem munition. Attack him. Oops, come on. Go. Wait, where's that? Why is that stuck in the way now? There we go, that's better. Attack that, and now endurance. That should heal my folks right back up again. Nice. Okay. Didn't quite get Halden Tau out there like I wanted, but oh well. Poor Garro. Ooh, Mandragorax. Yes, that's a great card to put out right now. Now let's poison that and start reducing the cost of my whispers. And may as well put these guys out. Ooh, nice. Free vehicle. Oh, right, don't forget to attack. There we are.
Defiance alone is not enough.
With Mandragorax out, any tactics he plays will get, I'll get a free copy of that, so he's going to be reluctant to do that. Okay, let's put Halden Tau down, and let's stun him. Oh, now I can actually win. I have control. Alright. Let's use the Iron Hands to finish him. Okay, and that was the third win with this deck. Let's just go see if I can get one more fourth battle in here. That one was a little boring because I've already done a fight against Garro before. Ooh, captured Mandragorax. This one could get interesting. Okay, hey, I won the initiative. That's actually great. I'm gonna stun him and
My
slow him
unbroken
down.
blades. Advance!
Mandragorax has a Warlord based ability, so let's just see how well he does without that.
Face your final justice.
Just keep him stunned. Mandragorax can be competitive at the top end of the ladder. You have to be very choosy with your deck build. I don't quite see where he's going with all of these low attack, low health things, but let's just see what happens. Sounds like a good time for him. Actually, I'll hold on at the Blight Grenade. I'll see if he attacks me first. Yeah, because next turn I don't have anything to play yet. If he attacks me with this guy next turn and he ends up on 1 health, he'll be vulnerable to the Blight Grenade. Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Now watch this. First, let's start him. Now, we'll... Oops, come on, Blight Grenade, where are you? I don't like this steam tie-in sometimes. There we are. Blight Grenade on him. Oh, I didn't jump. I was hoping it would hit the Winter Squad. It hits a random other target. Oh no, he scratched me. Okay, let's keep going with this. Keep him stuck. And then next turn I'll be able to start playing some more things, probably first wave at 5 energy. Ooh, here we go. Looks like that's a good time to do this, because he's going to start playing some discounted vehicles next. Here comes the first wave. First wave is actually extra helpful against Mandragorax because by giving more potential targets for him to hit, because his ability hits 4 random targets. Oh, this is hilarious! Guess what it's time for? Death Cloud. And then also a second Death Cloud. That made it way cheaper. Ha! Alrighty. Let's go. I am going to turn into Demon Mortarion. Is that a good idea against, oh, we'll see. Nice, let's get off there. Poison, that was a bit of a waste, but oh well. Alright, next up, Astartes squad goes in. Poison that. We stun that. And that's it. Now he finally gets to use his ability, but my Whisper has become dirt cheap. Oh, clever boy. Here's the poison. Nice. Okay. Volcanic instability, everything dies here. But okay. Let's take a look here. I think I need to just use endurance over here. That'll heal me up a little. Let's stun him. And I believe I will end up having to go into demon form, but we'll see. What the fudge is that thing? Alright, let's see here. That is going to make my life a bit more complex. What does that thing do? Deal 4 damage to a random enemy. Can't attack. Alright. We will stun it. And we will bring in my Death Shroud, I think, now. Satellites. And where's my Melton Forward and help here, actually? Fair enough. Alright, let's stun that again. First wave or Orthonnall's barge. I can bring in first wave and executors as well. Executors survive, I can handle that thing, I think. Ooh, that's a big hit. Okay. It's going for me. Alright. Okay. Now let's see how this goes. So, we are going to poison them. Then we're going to stun it. We'll then turn into Demon Mortarion.
I want to endure.
So as we know, he wants to endure. Then we drop a Jubak or another Executor. Let's go with Jubak now. And I think that is it. What do? They do deal 10 damage to a random enemy. Wow. Alright, I'm going to leave these guys up just so they can soak up some damage, hopefully. The Melton squads. Artillery strike. Perfect. Killed Jubak. Seek and Destroy kills the Executors. And now he dies. Okay, now let's bring this back. Death Shroud. Let's heal myself. Keep going. More vehicles coming, random ones, great. Alright, let's bring in Urea the Seducer now. Heal myself and keep attacking. That was a mistake to bring in Urea the Seducer. I should have buffed up that guy. let's take a look. What do I do here now? I've got Purity of Will. I also have Ornithop's Barge. Let's bring in the Barge, perhaps. Right, let's think about this right now. Alright, let's heal myself. We'll also now... Yeah, I have a plan. Use that on him. Use that on him. And we will... At 4 energy left, what can we do? Communication on him and a communication on him, I think. That way they should be able to survive one blast from the Titan. Oh, nice. I see what he did there. Mortarion being poisonous, that's what happens. Heal myself. And we will continue to heal myself more. And anything else we do here? You know what? Let's just do that. Get rid of that guy. Another one of those. Jeebus. Alright, well, we can use a phosphorus on it. Yeah, you know what, we need to get lots of units out now. So let's use a Foxvex bomb to poison that. An Ornithop's Barge to get some extra defensive shot because he hits a random target. And we'll just attack him there. Okay, so 1/3 chance of him hitting Mortarion now. 50% chance of him hitting Mortarion now. He hit Mortarion. Ouch. Alright. Gotta heal. Let's do that. And then bring in a Purity of Will. Heal up some more. And then let's bring in Yu-Gi-Oh! The one frontline unit, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a bit of a chance of surviving. Great, he's killing Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's killing my vehicle, I guess. Yep, I knew that was coming. Zagart squad. But no, I could use Zagart squad, but instead I'm going to use Endurance first. Do some damage, heal my guys up some more. Now I can attack with these guys. Heal Mortarion more. And then let's drop the abandoned supplies. See what comes up at a discount. Astartes squad, that's not bad. Now he has just one card left. Manifest Destiny, so he's going to keep dragging this out longer. Let's heal myself more. Attack. Bring in Zagart squad with their buff. And then let's bring in Astartes squad because they should survive and help deal with him. I'll save my Blight Grenade because I think I might need it for a finishing move. Artillery strike. Nice, okay, now that's finally over.
Death smiles upon you.
Done. Alright, that's the third win. So you can see how with Mortarion with this death, I just played it as I took the situation as it was. Like, I didn't go in planning on becoming a Daemon Prince, but it was very opportunistic. When I saw the board was full and the enemy had mostly some pretty weak units, I went with the mass poison, and also I had, I guess, 2 of the death clouds in my hand at that time, so I went with the double mass poison and made it really easy to turn into Daemon Prince when I needed to later on. Alright, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So just before I round off this video, a couple of things. Obviously, first of all, please remember to subscribe. Secondly, just bringing up the deck list one more time. This deck is, as I mentioned, pretty flexible. It can win both with and without necessarily turning into his Daemon Prince form. You just need to take a look at the game, take it as it goes. You're going to be using poison mostly as your way of dealing with tough enemy units. You poison them and then you stun them. But if you get a good chance and the situation seems right and you don't need to keep stunning the enemy, becoming the Daemon Prince form is a viable route as well. And often it can save you, especially in late game, as damage outputs intensifies and you need to scrape out every last bit of healing. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, subscribe. I will, remember to subscribe, and I'll keep making videos, and the next one is hopefully going to be Fabius Bile. Alright, until then, bye everyone.